The state of Florida recently made it official to start teaching within their schools that slavery benefited black people because it taught us skills. This endorses the white society's earlier propagated false narrative that Africans were uncivilized and illiterate before the Caucasians invaded. However, the truth is the exact opposite. Africans are the first to build in stones and to smelt metal. Africans invented the wheel, paper, the calendar, the concept of 24 hours in a day, the world's oldest university, libraries, manuscript, encyclopedia, human prosthetic mathematical tools, medical journal, and the world's largest wall ever built is not the wall in China, but actually the wall in Nigeria called the Great Wall of Benin, located in Nigeria. It's 4 times larger than the Great Wall of China. And long before Caucasians invaded Africa, it was Africans that civilized Europe. Africans introduced science, writing, math, philosophy to Europe. Greece's first scholars openly admitted that they were educated by Africans. Africans also introduced hygiene practices such as shaving, the use of toothpaste, deodorant, and even a daily bath to Europeans. Florida's whitewashing of their school textbooks to falsely exalt and exonerate whites and to falsely marginalize black people is not limited to Florida. The state of Florida merely happens to be the one we're focusing on right now. But the education taught within all white governed schools are whitewashed to falsely bolster the collective self-esteem and to inspire the future aspirations of white students, and while simultaneously lowers the collective self-esteem of black students. It's a hidden social science strategy that's being used for maintaining white social dominance over black people. When the blatant white racist subjugation tactics used in the past for maintaining white social dominance over black people became no longer socially acceptable with the changing times and resulted in unprecedented black protests, white oppressive forces started using hidden social science tactics for maintaining their dominance over black people. Social science is the branch of science devoted to the study of societies and the relationship among individuals within those societies. The term was formerly used to refer to the field of sociology, the original science of society established in the 19th century. The white society has transformed their study of social science into their greatest weapon used for controlling and subjugating black people. Unlike the blatant white racist subjugation tactics used in the past that black people could easily recognize and therefore develop counter strategies against, these current social science subjugation tactics are not as easily recognized nor as easily comprehended by their black victims. The white educational system's failure to adequately provide black students with a racially affirming curriculum, as it so routinely does so for white students, is a hidden social science tactic that's being used for maintaining white dominance. Because according to white social scientists, in order for a ruling class to maintain its position of social dominance over its oppressed population, they must condition the oppressed from a very early age to accept their own subordinate status and to adhere to the authority of the dominant society. To do so, the education given to the oppressed from a time that their minds are young and most impressionable must be the type that denies them of racially affirming facts about themselves. This conditions the oppressed to accept their subordinate status within the society dominated by their oppressors. In fact, when the oppressed population are denied a fully racially affirming curriculum, even the brightest among them may have little if any hope of mentally extracting themselves from their assigned low dominated position in life. This is the true hidden reason why black people are learning more black racially affirming facts from each other on social media platforms than we do so within our white governed schools. Schools are tools of the government designed to mold students' character accordingly. During the education development, white students are being miseducated to believe that they're inherently superior and are therefore supposed to rule over black people. And black students are being miseducated to believe that they're inferior and are therefore to be more compliant with white dominance over their lives. This black racially devaluing education curriculum is being pumped into the impressionable young minds of generations of black students without being counterbalanced by equal amount of positive black racially affirming information. Consequently, black students must constantly resist the negative perception of being black implicit in an educational curriculum almost exclusively dedicated to white ideologies, achievements, and contribution and history. Furthermore, black students are subjected to this demoralizing miseducation for 7 hours a day from the ages of 5 through 18. Clearly, considerable damage can be done to the self-esteem of many black students within such a long time frame. It's literally designed to promote an obedience towards the white society. When the oppressed are denied a racially affirming education, this conditions them to accept their subordinate status within the society dominated by their oppressors. White social scientists describe this nefarious practice as merely instilling a value system into the collective subconscious minds of black people that makes us adhere to the authority and the existing infrastructure of the white dominant society. They claim that it is the duty of the government to protect its status quo from dissent from rising among the subordinate population against their the status quo. Now, our greatest problem is not only do we are clueless of the social science that they deploy against us, but we are also clueless of the true underlying existing relationship that truly exists between black people and the white society, and how that relationship results in the white society deploying many nefarious tactics against us as a means of maintaining their social dominance over us. Although all white governments publicly profess equality for all, they are all secretly unrelentingly committed to the preservation of their nation's white dominance and control. In order for us to liberate ourselves, we will start functioning based on what is true. One love and peace.